I had never heard of anything like this. An Eden Prairie High School for talented teenagers who come from a strained home life. The program is called A Better Chance, or ABC, and it actually takes the kids out of their environment and provides housing and, more importantly, a loving environment and a loving surrounding. The headmaster of the program, Gardner Gay, is here along with one of the ABC graduates, Miss Jessica Brooks. Thank you both for being here this morning on Crossroads.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Gardner, I got to start with you. How did ABC come about?
Well, ABC was actually started in the early 60s, late 60s, by some colleges on the East Coast that wanted to recruit core city kids into their school. But what they found is that when they were getting these kids out of some of these high schools, the high schools weren't preparing them to succeed at the college level. So they said, well, why don't we get these students into good high schools that are actually going to prepare them to make it in college? And that way ABC was started with some high schools that were considered exceptional. And they got the students in those high schools, giving them the tools to succeed at the college level.
Now, how many kids have come through the program? I mean, I was looking at the website, and there are tons of kids there.
Yeah, now, nationally, there's thousands of kids that have been involved with ABC. Here in Minnesota, we've got 3 programs, one in Edina. I'm in charge of the one in Eden Prairie, and there's one in Rochester. And since the mid-'70s, there's been probably about 150 to 200 kids that have gone through the program.
And what kind of change have you seen in them? The kids are coming, you know, like we said, from a strained home life, some of them, and they need that nurturing. You provide, I'm sure, a father figure to some kids who don't have dads at home.
Yeah, and that's rewarding. The beauty of the program is to see the maturation process. You get a 9th or 10th grade student in the program that doesn't really know or have never seen a positive male role model, and in some cases not even a positive female role model. But what they learn while they're here is that people help them and they help themselves. The kids do all the work. They're the ones that are in school. They're the ones that do the things necessary to graduate from the program. And I've just seen some tremendous things happen, an example being Jessica, who's sitting right next to me.
And Miss Jessica here is a graduate of the program, and you're a junior at Carleton College.
Yes.
What did it do for you?
It got me into Carleton. I think before I even knew about ABC, I had no intentions on necessarily going to college. I didn't think I would be able to. And if anything, I had my goal set on maybe community colleges or things like that. And now I'm at one of the best liberal arts colleges in the U.S. So it really definitely changed me in a lot of ways.
What does, when you think about the program, you're in college, it's been 3 years since you got out, what does the program mean to you?
Oh, it means the world to me. I feel like the program was a big part of what made me the person I am today. It helped me not only learn how to build relationships and networks, but manage myself at the same time and manage my own success. The program definitely changed my outlook in life and changed probably where I am today. I think if I would have never found out about this program, I would probably still be in Canton, Ohio, and there's no telling what I would be there. I may not even finish high school had I stayed in Canton, Ohio.
Now, see, Gardner, I'm hearing almost my own story. I'm a project kid, and nobody around me ever, went to college. A couple of people I know graduated from high school. So, community college was, one of the options that I had, or just going out and get a job. No 4-year university was encouraged. It seems like you're teaching these kids that they are the master of their own success.
Absolutely. And the expectation when getting into the program is that you're going to go to college. This isn't the end. This is the beginning. And we are trying to prepare them and give them the tools they need to succeed in life. And that's our goal.
Now, Jessica, tell me about the kids that you met in the program, because I looked at the picture and it looks like a big, extended family photograph. And you guys are kind of like brother and sister. You're living in the house together during the school year. You guys are cooking, you're preparing meals together, you're studying together. Talk to me about that environment.
We definitely became family in that program. We definitely built, I think, lifelong relationships. Even, not all personalities get along. And in that program, you figure that out. But regardless of how much you didn't get along with one of those girls, there will never be a time in my life that I won't have one of those girls back when they need me, because we all became sisters. And it was funny because when we were at Eden Prairie High School, one of the first questions we would be asked is like, well, is it like the real world? Is it like,
yeah, that's what I was just about to say that. I was going to say, is it like the real world, like the flavor of love? Are y'all fighting, throwing food at each other? I mean, what is it really like?
Okay, I don't know. We didn't fight and throw food at each other. I think if we did fight, Gardner would probably make you room with that person and go everywhere with that person so you learn how to get along with that person. But either way, we didn't throw food at each other.
Now, Gardner's not going to toot his own horn, but I want you to talk to me about what he means to the kids like yourself who come through the program.
Okay. Like you said earlier, Gardner does provide a father figure for those of us who do come into this program without a father. I've never had a father. And one of the things for me was having that relationship with Gardner, which is just like a father-daughter relationship in the sense that we don't necessarily always get along and agree, but he's definitely been an advisor and support for me when anything goes on in my life that I need to talk about or I need help. I know that I can call Gardner and be like, Gardner, can you give me some advice? Some guidance, something so that I know where to go? So I definitely know that a lot of girls in this program that come into Eden Prairie ABC in particular, because we only have girls, definitely look at Gardner as an advisor and a mentor.
Now, what does it mean to you to hear that? Don't tear up on me now. We won't have an Oprah moment.
I might too, because this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I want to help. I want to be to these students what I didn't have a positive male role model in my life either, and I want to be able to share with them and show them that there are males out there that care for them as individuals, that care for what they do. It's just great to see the whole thing happening, and I don't think did we ever disagree? No, maybe.
She's like, do you want the list? I have it in my purse.
Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, it's like Jessica said, I'm there for them, and to be honest with you, they're there for me also. So it's a give and take, 50% relationship.
Now, there's some parents out there, or some grandmothers, or some aunties who are watching the show, and they're saying, you know what? I've got a niece, I've got a granddaughter, I've got a cousin who's a great student, but her mom's on drugs, or she's in a bad environment and she needs to get out, and this program sounds like just what she needs to turn her life around. How do they go about doing that?
They can go on the National A Better Chance website. I think it's abc.org or betterchance.org, and there's a downloadable application that you can fill out to apply for the program. All of our applications are then housed in the office in New York, and they go through the process, and it's kind of like a college application process. Okay. And so there'll be folks that will be getting back in touch, and there'll be interviews and those kind of things, but that's the way to start.
Okay, so start by going online, downloading that application, filling it out, and then waiting for that call back so that you can try and take advantage of the program.
Absolutely.
Is there any way people like me, because I feel compelled to help now, do you have people coming in to speak to the girls? Do you have mentoring relationships? How can people just watching help?
Absolutely. We always are looking for positive role models to hold up as examples in front of our students and say, you could do this, you could do that. People like you who want to share your story and want to get to know the students. We have a support team for all of the students in our program that includes a mentor, that includes Sunday host families, that includes spiritual leaders and those type of things. And so we want the community involved. We want the broader community involved with our program. They can go to our website. It's EdenPrairieABC.org, and look at all the information there, and then there's a way to get in contact with me on that website.
Well, Gardner and Jessica, thank you guys so much for being with us. Gardner's kids are upstairs watching in the control booth, so we'll get them down so you guys can get out of here. And